We are going to discuss Python iterators. So iterators are present in Python and they are mostly implemented within for loops, comprehensions, generators, etc. but hidden in the plain sight. So iterator in Python is simply an object that can iterate upon an object which will return data or one element at a time. So this iterator will be operating on a sequence of elements, and each and every iteration it will pick up one element at a time. So iterator in Python is simply an object that can be iterated upon, an object which will return data one element at a time. Technically speaking, Python iterator object must implement two special methods. So what are the two special methods? That is underscore underscore iter underscore underscore method and underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So iter method and the next method collectively called the iterator protocol. So iter method, that is, it will retrieve the respective value, and the next it will check whether the next element is there in the sequence or not. So an object is called iterable if we can get an iterator from it, and most of the built-in containers in Python like the list, tuple, strings, etc. are iterable because we can get iterator from it. The iter function, which in turn calls the iter, that is the underscore underscore iter underscore underscore method, returns an iterator from them. The next, that is the underscore underscore next underscore underscore method, must return the next item in the sequence. On the reaching at the end and in the subsequent calls, it must raise stop iteration. So whenever we are having no item in the iterator remaining, but if I are calling this underscore underscore next underscore underscore method, then one exception will be raised, and that is a stop iteration. So let us go for one practical demonstration to show you that how this Python iterators can easily be implemented in Python coding. So here is the demonstration for you.
Iterators are very common in our Python programming language, and they are elegantly implemented within our for loops, generators, comprehensions, etc. but hidden in our plain sight. An iterator in Python is nothing but an object, and this object will return data one at a time during our iteration. Obviously, if some data is available, then only it will return the data, otherwise it will throw some exception. So technically speaking, Python iterator object must implement two special methods. One is the next method, so can also be called as underscore underscore next underscore underscore method, and another one is the iter method, that is actually underscore underscore iter underscore underscore method, and collectively they will be known as the iterator protocol. An object is called iterable if we can get an iterator from it. Most of the built-in container in our Python, like our string, like our tuple, list, they are nothing but iterables. The iter method or the iter function, which in turn call the iter underscore underscore iter underscore underscore method, returns an iterator from them. So let us go through this example and to discuss the property of this iterator. So here you see, here we have defined one list here, and this iter method, from using this iter method from this list, we are getting one iterator, and to access the data from this iterator we are using the method next here. So either you can use this next our iter, so this is the syntax to retrieve elements from this iterator, that is our iter. Otherwise we can write our iter dot underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So anyone we can use that one. So here you see the list is containing data, that is 44, 77, 11 and 33. So for the first next I'm retrieving 44, next I'm retrieving here is 77, next element which will be retrieved here is 11, next element which will be retrieved here is 33. So now we have got all the four elements. Now if we go for next our iter, it will raise one exception. So let us go for the execution of this block. So here we are having 44, 77, 11 and 33. because the elements were 44, 77, 11 and 33. So when we executed print next hour iter, then 44 was retrieved, and next print next hour iter, when you execute this method, then 77 has been retrieved from this iterator, that is the hour iter. Next time 11, next time 33. Now if I execute this one, I should not put this one in comment. If I execute this one, then one exception will be there, and that is a stop iteration, and this will raise error no items left, as we mentioned in the comment. And so next our iter will produce this error, that is a stop iteration. So let us go for another one. So create a custom iterator. So here we are defining one class, that is the power of 2, and here we are having this documentation string. In short, we can call it as doc string. So it should be enclosed either within triple single quotes or triple double quotes. So it is also known as a block comment, and it should be the first intended statement in our class. So next we are having this constructor, that is our underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So here we are defining this max, and this is equal to 0 is the default argument. So whatever the value will be passing, that will be assigned to this max instance variable. So here we are just defining this underscore underscore iter underscore underscore method, and similarly this underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So these two methods we are defining here. So self.n is equal to 0. So n is another instance variable, is getting initialized with the value 0. And then we're having this next. So if self.n is less than equal to self.max, then result is equal to 2 star star, that is 2 to the power of self.n. So 2 to the power of n will be assigned to the result, and self.n will be increased by 1, and the result will be returned. Otherwise, in the else part, we are going for stop iteration. We are erasing this error. There is a stop iteration. So now here at first we are going to print this doc string, that is a documentation string enclosed within triple single quotes, can also be enclosed within triple double quotes. So whenever we are printing this this one, there is a power of 2, that is a class name dot underscore underscore doc underscore underscore. You can see that it is printing. Let us go for this. It is printing this respective string, that is a class to implement an iterator of powers of 2. So the string whatever is discussed or defined here, so it has got printed. So now we are going for this a is equal to power of 2 4. So now this 4 will be assigned to max. This 4 will be assigned to max. So max has got the value 4 here. So now we are going for this I is equal to iter a. So we are going for this next I, next I, next I. It is going on printing, that is 2 to the power of 0, because n is having the initial value 0 here. So 2 to the power of 0, the result will become 1, and return result, so that result will be printed as 1. So next time this n has got increased by 1. So 2 to the power of 1, the result will have the value 2, and return result, that means it will return the value 2 here. So 2 is getting printed because we have called this next I from this print method. So now next time the value of n will become 2. So 2 to the power of 2 will become 4. So result will have the value 4, and the result will be returned, and that will get printed. So in this way I'm getting this one as 1 2 4 as output. So I think you are getting this idea how this method, which is having this init, that is a constructor, this iter method, the next method, and the respective object we have defined under the class, that is our a. So this max has got initialized with the value 4, which has been passed as the parameter to this constructor. Then out of this a, we are creating one iter. So there is a iterator is this one I, and from iterator we can pick up the next values. So there is a next of I. So this method is getting called. So we can also call it as I dot underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So let me print it here. So I dot underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So in this way also we can print it. So now let me go for the execution of the same. So I'm just erasing this part, it is not required. Okay, so now if we execute the same, I'm getting the same output, because next I is actually executing I dot underscore underscore next underscore underscore method. So next we are going for creating a infinite custom iterator. So in this case, this is our doc string. The name of the class is infinite iter, and this here we are having this method iter we have defined, the next we have defined. So this is the infinite iter object, the class object is I. From this I we are creating one iterator using the method iter, and then we are going for this next a. So here you see the num has got the value 1. So num is equal to self.num. So num has got the value 1 here. Self.num is plus equal to 2. So in this way it will go on creating, because there is no logic is there to stop this one. It will go on creating, just incrementing this value of num by 2 each and every time, and then returning the num, that is the previous value of num will be returned. So now we are having this next day, the next day, next day. In this way, if you go on calling the next method, so at first the num was having the value 1. So this 1 will be assigned to num, which will be returned. So that is getting printed. So 1 will get printed, then 3, then 5, then 7. In this way, the values will go on printing. So it has got no terminating logic. So that's why it is infinite iter. The name of the class has been given accordingly. So from this demonstration, you are getting this idea that how this iterator can play its role in our Python programming. Thanks for watching this video.